Prevention is the key to a healthy life. That's why Gunderson Health encourages you to learn about vaccines and how they can help you and your loved ones stay healthy. Vaccines protect against preventable diseases and viruses by boosting your body's defenses. Visit GundersonHealthVax.com to learn more. We pulled up a chair with Ben Horn of Free Range Exchange. We talk about the importance of local products, the transitions from farmers market to a store in downtown Hoka to the new shop coming soon downtown La Crosse. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, weekend picks, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
My name is Ben Horn. I'm from La Crescent, Minnesota. And the leading to the business was kind of a culmination of a few events. Life brought me to join the farmers market world. I had a good friend of mine that moved back to the area that was in the bakery world. And over a couple of years of farmers markets and brainstorming, we decided to get our own brick and mortar, and everything else kind of snowballed from there.
Growing up, were you into food, or like how did that sort of, I guess passion for it kind of come about?
Sure. Well, my background is actually in natural resource management, so I've got an emphasis in a lot of biology and soil health. A few years ago, I started a small garden and kind of got into that. I had a background in it. My parents had a garden. My grandparents had a small farm. So I was kind of always in the skill set to have a garden, and basically got into it with the food. I had a baby, and then I decided to be the at-home daddy, and the garden got bigger. About 5 years ago, I got sick with Lyme's disease, and I was undiagnosed. The hospitals couldn't figure anything out. They basically diagnosed me with everything in the book, not figuring out what was wrong. At that point, once I learned what was wrong, I took my own health into my own hands and delved into what it takes to have a happy belly. Your immune system starts there, your psyche starts there, and that kind of put me down the wormhole of I want to grow everything. And so the passion of growing my own food, knowing my own local farmers, knowing where everything came from, and then the environmental standpoint of healthy soils and my environmental footprint, it all kind of culminated together to start gardening.
Someone who's never been to your location, when you think about that, even on your Facebook page, you have an expansion of farmer market business featuring products by regional artisans. You're really you're a cafe, you're a restaurant. So is that kind of like trying to get that sort of eating out to folks? I mean, it definitely seems, without saying anything, you definitely have a message in terms of quality food, regional products.
Exactly. And so basically the cafe became an extension of our passions. And so with my background in environmental sciences and the food, Cambria is my business partner. Her passion and background is the food, the bakery, making up all the yummy items. And so collaborating together was able to let us give those passions out to the public. So exactly, our coffee shop is more than a coffee shop, a bakery. It's kind of a mini farmer's market every day. And so it's basically an extension of our lives. So a lot of the products that we carry are stuff that I use that are important to me. We've done a lot of the brain work to figure out what it is and where it's coming from. And so we're happy and proud to give that to our customers. And then also, it's a platform for us to talk about our background and the history and why we're bringing these, products to the public. Even down to the coffee, it's, local roasters. They truly care about where their beans are being sourced from. There's a story behind all of the food and where it's coming from.
We like to write about basically do podcasts on local providers, and we come up to your store about once every other weekend, just get early treats and breakfast items with our kids. But just walking through your store, seeing stuff that's located in Hoka and Houston within 60 miles, it's pretty amazing the businesses that are going around this area, and you just don't think about them on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Being from here, I'm from Houston County. I've lived in La Crosse, worked in La Crosse for a number of years, and so I would say in this region, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about what's here. But once we started the cafe, kind of had a head start with a few sources because of the farmers market. I knew some of the small farms and small businesses that were growing, and so we invited them in as vendors. But certainly as we got going, there is way more being offered in the surrounding counties that you would even imagine. That's why we really focus on hyper local. Basically, we try a 60-mile radius from here, and that gets us to most of our business needs. After that 60 miles, we'll go out to 300 miles. That brings us to major markets, but it keeps us in our states. We're in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. And so we really strive to keep everything as regional as possible.
Kind of moving on to your own day to day, what are some of your favorites from, the grill to the bakery? I mean, I always get the breakfast burrito just because I'm going to get that no matter anytime it's served. But what are some of your favorites you like?
Absolutely. That breakfast burrito is probably my all-time favorite. All of our breakfast items are pretty awesome. If you look at the year-end numbers, we sell most of them pretty equally, but the burrito's number one. My second favorite is the bagel witch sandwich. It's a sauce that we call a tomato schmutz. It's like a homemade jammy chutney. I don't really care for just raw tomatoes so much, but the sauce is just to die for. And so we put that on that bagel witch sandwich. And also our BLT at lunchtime, that has the same sauce on there, and it makes it awesome.
So, your guys are currently located in downtown Hoka, pretty quick trip from La Crosse, but you also have a new sign up in downtown La Crosse. Looks like there's stuff happening. So what's the deal? There's a new store. Are you keeping both? Are you moving? What's the word on the street?
So we do have a second location starting up. We're not leaving Hoka. This will always be our home here. And so the second location is coming downtown. We're on North 3rd Street there. It's been a couple of years. It's a big project, brand new construction, dealing with equipment and supplies and materials. And so there's been a handful of delays, but good things come to those that wait. So exactly that second location will be opening up in the next month, I hope, or so. We're getting really close, and we're about to start hiring actually. And so that store will be, the same concept. We're going to keep to our mission, our core values, the local, the who local love, knowing your farmer, the small business. We're going to keep that same concept going there. So you'll see, it's going to be different, a little bit of different layouts, but you'll see a lot of the same items. We'll start with what we know and what we're doing well, and hopefully the rest will follow. The one thing that is different about that downtown location is we will have indoor dining and outdoor dining there. It'll still be a grab and go concept, but we'll still have tables and seats available.
I don't mind driving to Hoka for that breakfast burrito, but will it be downtown? That's the big question for me.
The burrito will be downtown.
Sweet.
And so talking to a lot of our, customers that do come from La Crosse on Alaska region, most of them have said they'll double dip. They'll make the Saturday drive down because it is short. It's beautiful. It's scenic drive to Hoka. It's only about 10 minutes. And then also depending on where you are at in La Crosse or on Alaska or West Salem, it's actually faster to get to Hoka than it is to get downtown. And that's based on the lights and traffic, but 9 out of 10 times you're going to get to Hoka faster.
Yeah, that's a good tip, man. I didn't realize that. Of course, you just jump on the highway, and you just hook it up to Hoka. That's cool.
Exactly.
So what are you guys most active on? Are you, big on Instagram, or where should people follow along to find out more?
Sure. Right now we've been probably most active on Facebook. We do have an Instagram site. We do get that one active pretty decent. We are working on a website that'll be kind of a home base to basically just introduce who we are and where we're at. But what's going to be neat about the website is It's going to be a hub to find out who we're working with. It's going to be a spot that can connect the dots. We're very active in the La Crescent Farmers Market as well. I'm the manager of that market. And the last few seasons, we've been we've been rocking it. It's been an awesome year, good weather on Tuesdays. We've been having tunes, great variety of vendors. Last year, we had over 40 paid vendors. We'll use that website for free range to connect the dots to those vendors, all of our sourcing, where we're getting things from. So it'll be just kind of a informational hub also.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.